Today I want to talk to you about something we've all wondered at some point: how to make her miss you. Whether it's a girl you've just started seeing, someone you've been dating for a while, or even someone you feel you've lost that spark with, this video will give you the tools to reignite that attraction and make her think about you when you're not around. But let me warn you, this isn't about playing games or manipulating anyone. It's about becoming the kind of man she genuinely wants in her life. So grab a seat, stay focused, and let's dive into it. Point 1. Understand the power of space. The first thing you need to understand is that space creates value. Think about it. When you're constantly around, always texting, and always available, she has no reason to miss you because she doesn't feel the absence of your presence. When you create space, you give her the chance to reflect on what it feels like when you're not there, and that's where mystery begins to form. But here's the trick. This doesn't mean ghosting her or playing hard to get. It's about balancing your attention. For instance, if you're used to texting her all day, cut it down to a few meaningful interactions. If you're always the one initiating plans, hold back and let her take the lead sometimes. When she notices that your energy isn't constantly directed at her, she'll start wondering why. And that curiosity is the seed of missing you. Point 2. Build a purpose-driven life. One of the most attractive qualities in a man is having a purpose. Women are naturally drawn to men who have their own ambitions, hobbies, and passions. If your life revolves solely around her, she'll start to feel suffocated. Ask yourself, what are you passionate about? Is there something you've always wanted to do but kept putting off? Maybe it's hitting the gym to improve your health, learning to play an instrument, or taking that weekend trip you've been dreaming about. When you pour your energy into something meaningful, not only do you become a better version of yourself, but you also show her that you're independent and driven. And trust me, nothing makes a woman miss you more than seeing you thrive without constantly needing her validation. Point 3. Create mystery. Here's a golden rule. Mystery enhances attraction. If she feels like she knows everything about you or can predict your every move, there's no intrigue. And intrigue is what keeps her thinking about you. For example, if she asks, "What are you up to this weekend?" Don't give her a full itinerary like, "Oh, I'm just going to the gym, then meeting my friends, then binge watching a series." Instead, keep it simple and open-ended. "I've got some plans, but I'll tell you about them later." When you leave some details out, her mind will fill in the gaps. She'll start imagining what you're doing, who you're with, and why you didn't share everything with her. That mystery is powerful. It makes her invest emotionally because she wants to figure you out. Point 4. Show that you're not always available. One of the biggest mistakes men make is being too available. Look, I get it. When you like someone, it's natural to want to spend time with them and be there for them. But when you're always at her beck and call, it can come across as needy. Instead, set boundaries. If she calls or texts and you're in the middle of something important, don't drop everything to respond immediately. Finish what you're doing first. This shows her that while you value her, you also value your time and priorities. When you're not constantly available, you make her appreciate the time you do give her. And this is where the magic happens, by ensuring that every moment you spend together becomes memorable. Let's explore how to make your time together unforgettable. Point 5. Make the time you spend together meaningful. Quality always beats quantity. When you do spend time with her, make it count. Plan experiences that are memorable. Try a new activity together, go to a unique restaurant, or have a deep, meaningful conversation. The goal here is to create moments she'll replay in her mind when you're not around. These moments become emotional anchors, and every time she thinks about them, she'll associate those feelings with you. But meaningful moments don't just happen in person anymore. We live in a digital age, and your online presence plays a big role in how she perceives you. So let's talk about how to use social media to your advantage. Point 6. Post purposefully on social media. Here's a game changer most guys overlook. Social media isn't just a place to post random selfies or memes. It's a stage where you can subtly remind her of your presence. But here's the twist. Don't use it to flex or make her jealous. That's immature and transparent. Instead, post with purpose. Imagine this. You upload a picture of you hiking a trail with a stunning view, or maybe a short clip of you cooking a new dish you've mastered. These aren't just updates. They're little glimpses into your exciting, fulfilling life. When she scrolls through her feed and sees you thriving without directly involving her, It plants a seed. She'll start thinking, wow, he's really got something going on. It's subtle, but powerful. But what really amplifies this effect is how you show up in real life, confident, self-assured, and radiating a vibe that's impossible to ignore. Let's talk about how to carry that energy into every interaction. Point 7. Maintain your confidence. Confidence is the secret ingredient that ties everything together. But let's be real. Confidence isn't just about how you walk or talk. It's about how you handle situations that could easily throw you off. For example, let's say she doesn't reply to your text right away. Instead of freaking out or double texting, you let it slide. Why? Because deep down, you know your worth. That kind of calm, collected energy speaks louder than words. Remember, confidence isn't arrogance. It's being secure in who you are, regardless of external validation. When you show her that you're steady and composed, even when she's not giving you all her attention, it makes her wonder, what is it about him that keeps him so grounded? But confidence also means knowing when to pull back. And that brings us to a skill most guys struggle with, limiting communication in a way that builds tension and keeps her wanting more. Point 8. Limit communication to build tension. Here's where things get interesting. Sometimes, silence speaks louder than words. When you're always the first to text or call, it can make her feel like she doesn't need to put in any effort. Now, I'm not saying to ignore her entirely. That's not the move. But occasionally stepping back creates space for her to initiate. For instance, if you're used to texting her every morning, skip a day. If you've been calling her every night, let her reach out first. This isn't about playing hard to get. It's about creating anticipation. Think of it like this. If you always know exactly when your favorite show will air, the excitement dulls over time. But when there's a cliffhanger and you're left waiting, you're hooked. When she doesn't hear from you as much, she'll start to notice your absence, and that's when she starts missing you. And when you do finally reconnect, make it count. Be present, be engaging, and leave her wanting more. Now that you've got these tools, the ball is in your court. Start putting them into action one step at a time. Observe how the dynamic shifts when you post purposefully, exude confidence, and give her the space to come to you. If you've ever noticed patterns or tried strategies that worked or didn't, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment and let's learn from each other's experiences. And remember, the goal isn't to manipulate, but to build genuine connections. When you focus on becoming someone worth missing, the right people will naturally gravitate toward you.